Have you ever been alone in a room and felt like someone was looking at you? You were not doing anything strange. The door was closed. The lights were on. No one was there. But for a second, the back of your neck felt warm. Your shoulders tensed. Your eyes moved on their own toward the corner of the room. And the strangest part is, you knew nothing was there. You knew it, but your body did not believe you. So why does your brain do this? Why do you feel watched when you are completely alone? The simple answer is this. Your brain was never built to be safe. It was built to survive. And for almost all of human history, missing a watcher could kill you. Imagine your ancestor sitting near a fire, deep in a quiet forest. The wind moves a branch. A shadow shifts. A small sound comes from behind the trees. There are two possibilities. Maybe nothing is there. Maybe something is. If they ignore it, and something is there, they die. If they react and nothing is there, they lose nothing. So the brains that survived were the brains that reacted first and asked questions later. Your brain is the descendant of every ancestor who flinched at the wrong shadow and lived. You do not have a fear of being watched. You have an inherited alarm, and that alarm has its own private system inside your brain. Deep in your skull, there is a small almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. It is the part of your brain that handles fear before you are even aware of it. It does not wait for thinking. It does not wait for proof. It just scans the world for anything that looks like attention pointed at you. Eyes, shapes that look like a face, movement at the edge of your vision, stillness that feels wrong. The amygdala is faster than your thoughts. By the time you realize nothing is there, your body has already reacted. The hair on your arms is up. Your heart has already moved. Your eyes have already turned. That is not paranoia. That is a 200,000-year-old security system doing its job. But there is something even stranger about this. Your brain has a special talent for finding faces in places where there are no faces. A coat hanging on a door. A pile of clothes on a chair. A shadow in the corner. For a fraction of a second, your brain reads them as a person. This is called pareidolia. Your visual system is so tuned to detect humans that it would rather see a face that is not there than miss one that is. A false alarm is cheap. A missed predator is fatal, so your brain leans toward the false alarm every single time. And in a quiet room at night, with low light and tired eyes, the false alarms come faster. But this is only half the story. The other half is much more recent. Humans did not just evolve to fear predators. We evolved to live in groups, and in a group, being watched was almost always meaningful. If someone was watching you, they were judging you, studying you, deciding how to treat you, so your brain became deeply sensitive to attention itself. Not just danger, attention. That is why it feels different when someone looks at you, even from across a room, even when you cannot see them, even when you only suspect them. Your brain treats human attention as information that must be tracked. And here is where modern life makes it worse. For most of history, you knew almost everyone who could see you. Now, you live in a world full of invisible eyes, cameras in stores, cameras on phones, cameras on doorbells, comments from strangers, followers you have never met, algorithms quietly watching every tap. Your conscious mind knows these are not predators, but your ancient alarm system does not understand cameras, screens, or strangers on the internet. It only understands one rule. Something might be watching. Stay ready, so your brain stays slightly on alert all the time. Even alone. Even at home. Even with the door closed. And then there is sleep. Or the lack of it. When you are tired, your brain becomes less able to filter signals. Small movements feel bigger. Shadows feel deeper. Quiet feels louder. That is why the feeling of being watched gets stronger late at night. Not because something is more likely to be there, but because your brain has fewer resources to tell the difference. There is one more layer to this. Your brain has cells whose job is literally to detect being looked at. Studies have found neurons in the human brain that fire more strongly when a face is pointing toward you than when the same face is turned away. Your brain reads eye direction like a weather report, and it can do this from the corner of your vision without you knowing. That is why sometimes you turn your head and meet someone's gaze instantly. Your brain noticed before you did. But sometimes that same system fires for no reason at all. A glitch in the radar, a pattern that looked like eyes but was not, a shadow that felt like a face, and you feel watched, even when nothing is there. So the feeling is not a sign that someone is in the room. It is a sign that your brain is still doing what it was built to do, still scanning, still guessing, still choosing safety over certainty. A quieter brain would have died a long time ago. The one you have now is the one that survived, so maybe the feeling of being watched is not creepy. Maybe it is ancient. It is the part of you that remembers a world where attention was the difference between living and not. It does not know the door is locked. It does not know the room is empty. It only knows that something out there might be looking. And it would rather be wrong 1,000 times than be right too late, so the next time you feel eyes on you in an empty room, it is not a ghost. It is not your imagination. It is a small, quiet part of your brain still standing guard. Long after the danger is gone. Long after the forest is gone. Long after everyone else has stopped watching.